napped for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I had the pool blowing in front of us. And Dad beeped on the drone.
Bro, I actually felt like rotting today, bro. That was literally like my agenda today. Like, I need a break.
Rot on the geek.
Rot only geek and rot, nothing else ever.
And no other interaction with humanoids.
Sound like friendly appearance.
Friendly appearance.
Friendly appearance.
Friendly appearance. Oh, good.
Very good appearance.
At first it was just a test. I'm moving nice now. Bang, bang.
I'm moving nice now.
Take one, give one. Take one, give one. Uppercut, uppercut.
Take one,
Back
give
it up
one.
now. Take the punch, throw the kick. Throw the overhand. Rock him. Throw a kick to the head.
Rock him.
Body, head. Body, head.
Oh. Work his
Here,
shit,
knock,
man.
somehow.
Oh.
Bang. Hit him with a super kick.
Hit him with the sandwich.
Damn, I got myself winded though after that.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have
Super
to.
kick on smooth.
Bro, you know what I was doing instead of hanging out with Floyd, bro?
What?
I was playing poker for like an hour in Red Dead Redemption, bro.
Bruh. I'm assuming it works exactly like on poker in that way.
Yeah, except like it straight up tells you if you have like a good hand. Like it tells you if you have a flush or like a pair of eights.
Oh, that makes it helpful. That's like a good way to practice it, actually.
Yeah.
Were you going crazy with it?
Yeah, I was getting crazy, bro. I literally busted everybody out. Like they all spent all their money and I won. And then I found the guy that like was 1v1ing me for like an hour. The guy that was 1v1ing me for like an hour, and then I beat the shit out of him in broad daylight, and then I got chased by a million cops.
Was this online or AI people?
AI people, bro.
I'm crying.
I'm crying.
Oh, come on now. Good kick. Back it up now. Come in again. Come in. Oh, I'm just doing cartwheels for what, bro?
Bro, on this save
But hit
file.
with the cartwheel of doom, bro. Bang!
Bro, on this save file, I literally like 2 years ago, I remember killing the sheriff of this town, and I'm returning on the same save like way later, and there's like still nothing going on, and they still hate me, bro.
They never let go of that, bro.
You gonna kill our sheriff?
Bro, maybe I'm just asshole at this game, bro. I remember being hella good at this. I keep getting slept by the AI, bro.
We got a 1v1 on that.
Yeah, I was playing against Yusef, and I used to be able to like go back and forth with him or like beat him. But he's been like exclusively playing UFC the whole time he's been at COD, and I have not at all.
Yeah.
And he like just raped me every single time. It was just giggling, bro.
That's like, yeah, it was just giggling. That's like the definition of my friendship with Travis, bro. Like, I don't play I don't play Roblox that often, bro. And then like, when I'm not playing Roblox, he's getting better at all the games that we would 1v1 on. And then like every time I come back, he's way better. I'm like, this ain't even fun no more, bro.
That's what I said to you, so I was like, not really fun after like the 10th matchup. The only times I won where I played a random character and got Chuck Liddell and just like slept him. But that was just like me getting lucky because the guy's punch power was so high.
Bruh.
Oh, there we go. Now I slept the AI.
Oh yeah,
bud. Kill the artificial man.
Kill the artificial creature.
Bro, Chris thinks this Lucas looking dude from work is so funny, bro.
Yeah. Is that the one he sent a snap of?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. It's humor, subpar.
Subpar humor.
It's humor. It's humor.
Sound like a radiator or something.
It's humor. $1 million miss. $1 million miss.
Man, that put. Ready. Ready.
Yeah, wait, I'm just gonna sleep this boys.
Yeah, sleep that fag.
Where all those blankets go again? Storage room. Or in the closet. My small closet. Yes? And like a bin in my closet. Where are your hands?
Oh.
He's bleeding. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. Oh, smack me. Chris is texting?
What?
Ready? Wait 1 second. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Hit, like, shoot. But why does AI not attack it? Hit him or something?
What's he doing, man?
Damn, I'm just stuffing all this guy's attempts to attack me. What the hell?
Bro,
I'm like crazy at this game now.
I'm like super crazy nuts, bro.
I'm crazy nuts at this game now.
I'm super crazy.
Bang! I'm with a 5-piece.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness me.
Oh my.
Bang. Okay, good dodge there.
Good dodge there. Stupid coppers don't know my location.
Come here.
Stupid coppers. Stupid coppers.
Superstar Maximize. Get out of here. My name's Delvin Osborne.
Show me the gorilla. My name is Lord Farquaad.
Caught it with a punch at the very end of the round.
Caught it with the
for my victory.
fucking punch at the end of the round.
Fucking punched him in the face.
Oh my goodness. Yo, that peak was hilarious.
What?
That peak gameplay, hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we needed it. That was fun, but we needed. I felt like our RNG was like horrible. Like the mountains were like oddly really hard to get around.
Yeah.
Especially in the green area, it was like hopeless. We're gonna start hitting ourselves at the end, bro.
Hopeless. How many people live on this ranch that I have to keep killing witnesses?
No, he's punching me before my punch could hit him. Making me vulnerable. Never mind, I rocked him back in the face. Then I'm going to punch him in the stomach. Then like stirred his. Dropped him. You know Sturgis from Young Sheldon, bro?
No.
The brand from me.
What?
The old guy, bro, is like Howard Sturgis. Like, do you know in the Prince Bride, bro, the guy that's like, a wise man wouldn't put his cup in front of you. You put a cup in front of me. Well, a stupid man would drink from his cup in front of him. Seeing as that is the case. You know what I'm talking about? The bald guy?
I'm just gonna say yeah.
Come on.
I'm just gonna say yeah.
Look, shut your mouth, mate.
Why do we got 2 birds on the wall now?
We got 2 birds on it.
Good to bird.
I'm about to go do something.
Alright, I'll catch you in a minute. I'm gonna eat food.
Some of these bottles is gathering dust. Give me something to drink. I got no problem serving you, but you sure that's wise?
I didn't like that comment that that guy made. Yeah, you better not say shit, punk. I am the Spider-Man. I gotta go home. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take on a new persona. And then I'm gonna relinquish my persona whenever I wanna play poker. Brother. I like that hat.
Hey, boy. Somebody help me. Easy there. You're okay. You're okay. It's all right. Whoa there. You're fine, boy. Whoa, none of that.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
That's my loot. My loot.
Yeah. Yeah. Here. Over here.
All their loot is all burned up and dry now. It doesn't exist.
Ready, boy?
That's what happens when you mess with me, man. Oh, here come more victims. The first thing he saw was the dead dogs, bro. That's horrible.
Let's get him. Good boy.
I hope they don't despawn, bro. Oh damn, how many despawned? Oh shit, never mind. They all still there. Holy. Just delivered themselves right to me. Yes. Oh my god, there's more. I was gonna just let him leave, but he decided to start shooting. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Oh my god, and there's more bounty hunters coming, bro.
There's no reason for this. Help! Anybody! Help! What the hell?
I want McDonald's. I'm going out to play poker, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going out to play poker. I said I'm going out to play poker, and that's that. That's a fat bluff.
I'll try my luck. And fill in the lake. Sank like a damn stone. Heard that shit before. Don't raise you. There you go. Take it off. Oh, thanks. Look at you. Stealing horses. There you go. There you have it. Oh, shit. Not exactly covering myself with glory. See you next time. Can you believe this will come in?
I just got cooked. Oh well.
Out of my way. Look out! Hey, mister. Hey.
Night, night.
I'm not.
I'm not looking for trouble, stranger. Hey now. Bring the trouble on, oh my God, no! Keep them all here. You're gonna expire here, you bastards! Look, we can run for it. You put this bastard in the dirt. Come on, fellas. Hold it up.
Alright. I'm done with this bullshit. Alright.
need to shop Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale. This place is littered with deals, and you can literally save up to $1,000 off your entire purchase right now. Look at this sectional. Now imagine it in your living room for only $50 a month. Shop now.
He's a platform? That's a crazy up B. He just flies? What is this back air? His hair goes like that. Oh my god. This guy's cool. What? You could air dodge like any moment in the up special? Alright, Ortheo. I don't know where this guy's from. Look at his run. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, this guy's crazy. What? You could air dodge out of his up special? Air dodge uses meter. It just used my meter under my percent. Oh my god. Wait, this guy's crazy. Most fun character so far. This guy looks so funny. Okay, he has a Mewtwo double jump. Wait, he has a 2? He has 2 Mewtwo double jumps? Oh, he does have double jump float cancels. This guy's probably going to be a menace, honestly. Okay, he just shoots a beam for his neutral special. What the heck? I'm just switching the stages so cheeks. Hold on. And I got an error, of course. Dang, he really can't kill, huh, with his aerials. Okay, that killed though for some reason. I guess it's like a weird sweet spot. Cowboy. Ooh, he has the sound effects. I like this already. Oh my god, this Nair is crazy. No way a pretty charged up smash doesn't kill at 148. Dude, how does he kill? Yeah, this guy, he's kind of the quick character that doesn't really have good kill option, it seems like. Jumbo Josh! Jumbo Josh, let's get him in. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so massive. Wait, I need to see the hitboxes on this guy. Oh my god. This guy's either the best character in the game or the worst character in the game. There's no in between with these types of characters. What? What is this hitbox? Okay, we got Snake up special. That's a crazy move. What? Oh my, freeze frames. Holy. Oh my god. Oh my god, this character. His forward air alone is just so broken. Star draw. Wait, I'm constantly jumping. I'm not even moving my character. That is so weird. What a weird character. How do you even combo with this guy? He could sit on people? That's his side special? He just flies. Oh wait, you can go in any direction? And it has a hitbox? It's like a custom Firefox. Okay, we got the Spark dude. He should be fast. Oh my god, but that down here is crazy. Oh, this is like Sonic side special. It's like a homing move. And then we just have a Marthanair. We have a Marthanair just in this moveset for some reason. Oh my god, wait, this guy's crazy. Whoa, this is a really fluid, cool animation. What the heck? Oh, he just pulls out a gun? What? How is this balanced? What the frick? Oh, this thing is so cute. What the? Okay, another Sonic neutral special. What in the anime is this? Oh, that went that far at 0%? What? The blast zone is like right here. Way smaller than Yoshi's story. What the heck? How'd it go black all of a sudden? Herbert probably does nothing, I'm assuming. I really can't move. Is this the character? You can't move as the sandbag? Okay. Wait, this whole stage is a platform. Oh, you could change his gun, and then his side special changes. Very cool, very cool. Kind of like Shulk. Dude, he's so hard to control because he just flies around everywhere. Like, his acceleration is so fast. Look how fast I could go. That move spikes for some reason. His down special. Holy crap! This guy has even crazier acceleration. No way he has a literal shine. For what reason? He has a shine, bro. Oh my god. This character is crazy. I think I'm a Mort main. Okay, that move does 20%. That move is one of the best moves in the game, hands down. Wait, can they not get out of this? It doesn't pop them up that high. He's already at like 74%. No way, is that a true combo? Nah, this is the most broken character. Did the devs put themselves in the game? She has very generous angles that they gave her though, for combos. Look at that. Why did they scale hit lag with the percent? That's obnoxious, bro. Oh my god. What? What? She opens a portal and then shoots a beam. That's so great. Bro. The most random moves too. Okay, so my thoughts of the game. There's some characters that are actually really fun. Obviously it has missing sound effects. Some of the animations is really bad. Jacket has a lot of good animations visually, but I think like a lot of the characters do feel like really weird. I have to say Ortheo feels really good. Pal could feel really good. He's kind of sluggish. Jumbo Josh kind of has some good steez to him. Jacket's probably like the best made character. Mort is just like Falco and has like a really easy kill. V1 could be a lot better. Honestly, it's not that bad. Kind of like melee physics in it. It was an enjoyable game. I think if they added like more indie games and polished it up, this game actually could be pretty popular. It just needs like some polish. But that's my thoughts on this game. I'd say 3 out of 10.
Oh, hey Charles.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Coach, Soho sneakers.
Where you headed? Can we come with?
I'm actually running a little late.
Is it shoes first or is it finishing touch?
Finishing touch.
Whoa, you got a lot of sneakers there.
That's what I like. Soho sneakers.
Unlock incredible deals and explore the best selection of musical equipment at Sweetwater. From stage to studio and everything in between, Sweetwater has everything you need to take your sound to the next level. Don't wait. Shop now at sweetwater.com.
A Few Quick Matches is a fast-paced 1v4 platform fighter that lets you bring old-school stick battles to life, play with your friends locally, or challenge players online in this Flash-inspired spectacle. Pretty cool, like stylized-looking game. So let's see how it plays. I don't think a lot of people know about the game still, because it's kind of new, but I also never played it, so we'll see. Ooh, I really like the menu. The menu feels really nice. Ooh. I do like the animations already, and the feel of the game feels nice. Ooh, it's got like those vintage, like 8-bit almost sounds. I like this. Off the bat, definitely feels way more consistent with like the movement. You want everyone to have relatively similar velocity and acceleration on the ground and the air. I feel like the game before felt very inconsistent with like the movement speed. The combo even lasts till they head down from their arc. That's interesting because Melee doesn't do that. So that combos. Oh my god. That's the coolest combo I did yet. Oh, you could switch? Wait, that's so cool. I like that feature, because a lot of times you're like, the CPU has to be a certain way. You can press select and then just take control of the CPU. That is so cool. I really like that, actually. I like how you could just jump out of side special, like, immediately when it hits. Kind of like PM has that. I want to get a side special kill. Oh! Wait, that works. Oh, can I make that back? I don't know how to make that. That was pretty cool, though. Let's try knocked. Dude, I really do like this outfit. Super clean. Oh, I like that little bird. No way. You could just throw an owl as a side special as a combo extender? What the heck? How do I do that? Oh, that's the coolest jab combo I've ever seen. Oh wait, I control it in the air. Wait, that's so cool. I could go up and down. Definitely one of the wacky characters. It's kind of hard for me to control. Whoa, that's such a cool down smash. It launches. Oh, That's like a true combo in DIN. That's crazy. Oh, that combos into dash attack is crazy. Wait, what the heck? You could do that? It's still hard to pull off combos a little bit, but it doesn't seem too bad. Oh, he has a Young Link spike. That's pretty cool. And it has a late hit too where it pops him up. I like that. I like that. Dude, you can throw... That's crazy. That's so cool. Whoa. Wait, on DIN is for... Dude, you could air dodge after any move in specials. Oh my god, the potential. I just can't play the game. Oh, side note, Ninja in this game and Combo from Cross Impact are actually from the same game. So, pretty cool crossover. Oh my god, this same game. Specials. Oh my god, the potential. I just can't play the game. Oh, side note, Ninja in this game and Combo from Cross Impact are actually from the same game. So, pretty cool crossover. Oh my god, this guy is so cool. Oh my god, an up smash longism is so cool. That's pretty cool. He uses like recovery downward as like a big wave dash boost almost. This guy's definitely the rush down like combo character. He feels pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, and he has a spike? That's crazy. Just spam side B like that. Oh, it has a hitbox? Oh, it does have a hitbox. You could hit him twice? That's crazy combo potential. What? Wait, you could do that? Wait, that is so crazy. What? You could do that? Oh my god. That works too. It's crazy. Oh my god, wait, I hit that. Bro, the fact you can combo after Shuriken is so cool. This game is sick, I'm not gonna lie. Let's try a CPU. Okay, how hard is a hard CPU? Oh my god. Oh no, I messed the combo up. Oh, he's dead. Oh, never mind. Whoa, 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 the CPU's mixing me. I keep trying to shield, but you can't shield in this game. Oh, am I dead? Holy crap. Oh, I have parry. That's right. I forgot about parry as a mechanic. Oh, I'm getting... What the frick? Okay, I'm getting my cheeks beat right now. I cannot hit a parry. Oh, I might die. No way. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. I just gotta hit up, like, up smash or something. One time. What could have done? You're dead. What? Dead. Yes. Oh my god. Now, why was that so heavy? My thoughts is this game is really fun. It's a really cool, good sound effects menu. It's a shame people don't play it. Maybe because there's only 4 characters. It's a really good game and it feels pretty polished. Maybe have like an actual tutorial, like character tutorials and like gameplay tutorials. Because it seems like there's advanced stuff with the characters. But I think it's a really polished game. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Creating custom clothing with Tap Stitch is simple. Start by choosing a garment, then click this. On the left, you'll see 4 main tools.
So Slap City is a seriously fun platformer fighter with a perfect mix of characters from the Ludosity universe. Play locally or online. Slap it hard in ranked or fast and loosen slap ball game mode. Okay, alright. So this game I played 10 years ago, and a lot of people probably don't remember this game.
Are you ready to get slapped, bro?
Slap you so hard.
I do like how the character has more of like a platform rather than like a fighting game feel. Yeah, this is really polished. When I played this like 10 years ago, like there was no tutorial. By the way, Ludosity that made this game did Nick All-Stars Brawl. Just based on how I feel, I still think this game beats all the NASBs in my opinion. Dang, they have not updated the game since 2022. Has a good like intro music song. There's a story mode. Now the question is, can we change DI settings? Oh, that's very interesting. You could change it and then you let go and then it like sets it for you. I actually really like that. Oh, that's really cool, and it resets like combo after landing. I actually really like this compared to other platform fighters. Only thing lacks is like a quick reset. There's no way to like reset back on stage really quick. Oh, there's still L canceling this game. There's L canceling this game. I actually didn't even know or remember that. Oh, there's advanced. Guess we should do that. See, this is sick. They have a whole advanced tutorial. Interesting new mechanics. Oh wow, we're getting really advanced all of a sudden. Jesus Christ. I won't go into everything, but that's really cool that they have what I was asking about, a few quick matches. They have all that, so that's really cool. We got like some Falco lasers going on here. That move is so big. What the heck? Oh, okay. It looks really big, but it's still like pretty... Nah, that's still pretty big actually. That's like 4 Falco dares in one move. Oh my god, is this a stage? This is the stage? This is the smallest stage of all time. I gotta like not do this stage. This one's pretty cool. Oh, it's like Big Blue. You could actually run on the floor. Oh, that kills you? Wow, yeah, that makes sense. It's a bus. What? You could stand on top of it, but that's kind of cool. Oh my god. What a crazy stage hazard. Oh, that's kind of a cool neutral B. Oh wait, it keeps in mind how many jumps you have on the feathers by my P1 name, because he has 2 jumps. I like that. You can see if you have like your jump or not. All right, let's see what Jenny Fox does. Oh, her forward air is like holdable. That's scary. Could do like some crazy spikes. No way that kills. That can't be true, right? Oh my god, that's on DIN also. That has a crazy spike hitbox. It's like above me. It's like Falco's spike hitbox. Mr. Fishbone Jin. This guy's the GOAT, dude. If you guys didn't already know, you got the charging move of all time.
The charging move of all time.
Yeah, it's like a whole 30 seconds, bro. He also has a like Fox Smash 64 shine, I believe. No, I take that back. You could hit into it. Fancy runes. Oh, this brings me back, bruh. This brings me back. Look at this walk, bro. Bro, I love this game. They need to have more silly characters like Fishbone Jin. It would probably have been more popular. Okay, that move is broken. That's like Jigglypuff neutral B without having to charge it. And it's jump cancelable. Dude, he almost died from shine forward air on DIN. This guy's crazy. This guy might be like way overtuned. Yeah, that just kills on DIN. That's crazy. And he has this move. I forget. Does this move spike? Bro, that spikes. I need to see how far down that spikes. No way! Okay, Fish is broken. That's so crazy. You're telling me, bro, I could just go here like this and just fly around. Oh my god. This is probably the GOAT platform fighting character of all time. Who is cooler than this guy? This chick looks kind of scuffed looking. The animations for a 3D platformer is pretty nicely smooth, I have to say. Is this a teleport? Oh, it's a bomb? Wait, that's so cool. Could throw into it. That kills? That's some snake stuff right there. Wait, she has a Peach float and you could float anywhere? Okay, that's kind of crazy. That's... dude, okay. Now this character I feel like is pretty high up. I don't know the tier list, but I feel like this chick is pretty good. Like 150 Falco Dare, you just like die, you know what I mean? What? That killed? I think that's just the stage. Businessman. Wait, he has a QR code? It probably goes to like the game or something, I don't know. This guy is so slippery. He has like some kind of money mechanic here. Yeah, I just sold $200. This guy feels weird. Goddess of Explosion.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC with Bing. Choose your fighter.
She looks like a Roblox character, not gonna lie. That's her Nair. That's pretty cool. It's like Mewtwo Nair. I feel like she should be voice acted. She doesn't really make any noise. But then again, all of them don't. She just has an earth in her hand. Oh, it's a different thing. Different planet? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. This is definitely like the Zelda in the air character, that's for sure. Especially with her back here. Oh my god. Wait, she has crazy combo potential though. Like the fact that her fair pops her up, like that is crazy. That spikes too. Asha. This guy looks unmade. This guy looks so weird. He has to be from like a certain game or something. He has no arm. What? His up air has a spike hitbox? This is some like Pikachu stuff. This guy feels weirdly clunky. I do not like him. What the heck? Does it just stay on the floor? That's very interesting. What is happening in the background? Is the Earth fighting the galaxy? Like what is happening? I don't like this character. Frowlin. Let's try Frowlin. 45 damage? This is like a Falcon Punch. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wait, I like that move. A down smash that reloads her forward smash. I really like this character. Look at that, and the special effects and all that. This character has potential, that's for sure. Cruiser Tetron, who is this? Wait, what is this stage? We got new Picto Chat, brothers. Oh, this is Pokey Floats. Okay, wait, I'm not playing on this. I look insane. And I could fly, dude. Wait, that's so cool. Wait, his Nair is a spike? That's interesting. What? Okay, this guy's the coolest character I've ever seen. Orca. They just shove their hands into watermelons. Holy side special! What the frick was that? Why am I this is like Little Mac's side special on crack. Oh my god! Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god, down special slides off the stage. It's like Ganon. Okay, Slap Ball is a mode they have. Oh, it's like basketball. Oh, am I getting scored on already? Dude, oh my god, I'm actually cheeks. Why is this so long? Like 4-minute game? Dude, it's not need to be that long. Oh, there's some easier ones. Like this one's just like soccer. This one's a lot easier. Yeah. I think this character is probably top tier for like Slap Ball. I could go to the other part of the stage like this. Like that's crazy. It's like, oh, the ball's over there. I can just go over here. So there's a story mode. That's really cool. Whoa, what the heck? This is fully fleshed out. Wait, this game is crazy. This game is super polished. There's even cutscenes. Wait, this is cool. This is pretty much like Brawl's single player. Yeah, dude, side B to Russian is crazy. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, so that was Slap City. The game is very adorable, but I think it could be a lot better with the feel. The animations at least look still pretty good, but the feel feels very bubbly. When you hit characters, it doesn't feel as satisfying. I think aesthetics-wise, it has everything down for the style it's going, but I think gameplay-wise, it feels a little dry. It doesn't feel
my grandma's
nice
a
or good to do
fucking
combos in this game compared to a few quick matches. I'd give it 6 out of 10.
horror movie protagonist, bro. She's like constantly playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4 every day with her life, bro. Just constantly open everybody's door. Gotta figure out what's going on all the time. Always worrying about some shit, micromanage it. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 every day, bro. That's her life, bro.
Okay. There's wave dashing. That's the first thing I checked. I was just sliding off the...
Chill.
This feels crisp.
Chill.
This feels crisp. What is that hitbox? Hello? I'm afraid the game's already broken. Oh, just kidding. Okay. No, it was up tilt. We got Peach up special. Dude, I really like the animations, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see any new unique mechanics, but that's cool that they give like these little demonstrations on the advanced techniques here. It is interesting art style that the blocks disappear and go. It's kind of distracting, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look like I set the CPU to do anything like DI or something, so I don't know like what's gonna be true combos or not. The game so far feels smooth, but it feels clunky at the same time. I don't know how to like explain it really. Okay, that kills a 130. Very interesting. I think a lot of the moves, though, so far feels like they don't combo because his launch cloud disappears before I could get to him, but I'll mess around with it more. Oh, the spike. Let's do story missions, single player first, see how it is. This is such a weird UI. So I can't do expert, I have to do veteran over here. Alright. It's not really characters. It's like League of Legends. You could choose like your items. Or I guess Brawlhalla would be similar. Ooh, this is really cool. So I want to do one that gives me more ground speed. This one gives the most ground speed. Oh, I have to buy it? What the crap? Okay. I don't have enough peanuts for it. Man, I want that one though. Oh wait, it has abilities. That's right. That's crazy. I kind of like the concept with this actually. The music, it's nice music, but I feel like it doesn't fit the vibe. It's a little too chill. Yeah, the stage is actually confusing me a lot because I'm like, how do I get to this red one? Hurts my eyes low-key.
I'm launching my website, but I need the right name. You can purchase what's available on Wix Domains. Wix Domains shows you URLs still available, like a mag.net for single studs. That sounds scalable. Find your domain. I'll find my domain. How about the childpose.com for prenatal yoga moms? Or papapimple.net for facial blemishes you regret. Thanks to Wix, that domain's yours with just one click and you're set. There's makeaprop.it, making entrepreneurs rich. LordofTheOnionRings.com, making burgers, that's legit. Find your domain, I'll find my domain. You won't believe the awesome domain.
What the hell is, what is this ad, bro? Turn that off.
Oh my god. No way, I have to do it all the way in the beginning? Dude. What is this? Cutscene? It's my girlfriend? What's happening? Jim says he likes you. Ew. That's crazy. Okay, this is like a cutesy game, but platform fighter. That's pretty cool. Alright, the next story mission is an actual battle. Let's go. Oh, yeah, so your grabs is your secondary attack. That's pretty cool. If there was a Marth grab, you could just change your character to have Marth grab. I get spam side special like Luigi. That's kind of broken. Oh, they just die like with that skull icon, kind of like Brawlhalla. Grab. Oh, I die from like down throw. What is that? Oh! Wait, I'm actually cooking. Oh, the spike! Let's go! That's probably the best combo I did. Let's do classic 1v1. Alright, let's try these gadget stuffs I never tried yet. Okay, I could throw mines. Oh, it's literally just snake mine, bro. You literally just place it and you explode it. Wait, this is not even a grab. Usually the grab button's a grab, but for this like customizable thing, I just hit them with the spiky shield. That's my up special. It's so similar to like stuff Snake does, bro. Just explode yourself. Oh, combo. That was... Oh, you could teleport to it. Okay, so it's like Orcane also. Okay, that was it. That's it. So my thoughts of this game, the movement actually feels really nice and clean and snappy, but the moves feel way too slow, and the landing lag and all the moves are pretty long. And the animations, even though they are nice and stylized and smooth with the art style, it still feels, I want to say robotic, but they are robots, so they kind of get away with that. But I just wish there was more movement from the legs and the arms and the body. They kind of just like are staring at the player the whole time, like they're not really moving in 2D space. I think it is nice that they're doing like these stats, and like you could have new abilities with like certain equipment instead of just different characters. I kind of like that concept that they did, but besides that, there's no new mechanics. It's kind of like a dry game. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Next game we have Flush Party is a platform fighter. Attack, jump, dodge, block. 30 points off stage. Okay, very generic. the animations look very polished so far, so maybe I'm wrong. This takes a long time to load so far. What is going on? Dude, how long is this? Log in with Apple? Come on, I can't just try the game. Oh man, not the Fortnite Battle Royale, Battle Pass type of model, no. Wait, you can only choose to battle after a certain amount of, like, points? Bro, what is this game? Am I actually fighting someone already? No tutorial, just drop me in. Oh, okay, no, it says battle tutorial on the top. Okay, first thing I always like to check, is there wave dashing? There is no wave dashing. Oh god, what is this, like, frame rate? Is it, like, animated at, like, 15 or 30 frames? Why does it look so glitchy like that? What's with platform fighters not voice acting any of their characters? Also, these default controls are absolutely garbage. Why is B set to jump? That's weird. It has, like, Valorant, CSGO screen on the top left for... We don't need that, what? Okay, let's go to the dojo. What? Dojo's not training mode. Where is training mode? Okay, training. No, wait. To go to training, I have to use my bits to play the game? Why do games do this? Okay, there is wave dashing, kinda. Like, what even is this? Triaxial NT full? What? Okay, I know damage value. We want that so we can see what we could kill with. Can we, like, set them to not move around? Okay, none. Does that work? That didn't do anything. She's still jumping around. Dude. Select AI's action mode does not even work. This game feels worse than Multiverses already. This is terrible. What do you mean, I can't waveland on platforms? Why would they get rid of that? God, it feels so lifeless.
I like Multiverses, bro.
It's not even hard to add voices. Just do some grunts here and there, because it just feels so lifeless that nobody is saying anything during moves. God, this game feels absolute garbo. At least the design for the characters doesn't look too bad. I like the style, but at the same time it also looks off-branded. Oh wow, there's a whole shop and everything. It's like Fortnite and Brawlhalla mixed together. It is so weird. Let's try these battle tutorials real quick. Okay, this isn't too bad of a tutorial. It kind of like holds your hand with teaching you how to like do all these moves. But advanced is locked for some reason. I wonder if you have to do the basic for that. I can figure this out by myself, I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather just go to training mode. If training mode was fixed, which it's not, I don't think I could train with different characters. Oh yeah, I have to literally buy everyone. Yup. God, what a soulless game. It's a shame because all the animations actually look really good, but the game just feels like dog water. Like everyone's just weirdly floaty and doesn't have like any oomph in their attacks. Also, there's no way for me to tell if this is true or not because they don't have like a button that says like air dodge out of like hit stun or something. So that's kind of like my biggest gripe with platform fighters is they don't have a simple like air dodge as soon as possible.
When you shop at Ashley, your furniture evolves with your home over time. With a wide selection of modular sectionals.
Whoa, what the? That's a crazy neutral special. They copied like Ultimate's like air dodge. It's very similar. Oh, like it just feels so watery and bad to combo in this game. Oh my god, I really don't like this. They putting more effort in their title select screen stuff here than the actual game. I do want to try the other characters though. Crazy just to train with a character to see even if I like it, I have to buy them. That is wild. Does anyone play this game? Let's match. There's no way. That was fast. How many people play this game? What? This has to be a bot or something. There's no way it took that fast. Nah, I think this is a bot, dude. It moves way too bot-like. I don't think this is a real person. Does not count. I do like the stages. The stages are nice. It's a shame because I feel like if people modded this game like in a PM way, they would actually make this game feel really fun to play. I don't know who was like testing this game because this game feels so slug-like to play. That is literally up special from Mythra. I did Mythra's up special. Definitely felt like I was fighting a bot. I'm not gonna lie. Please let it be over. That's crazy. You can only have a limited amount of battles. That is so crazy, bro.
Okay, final thoughts on Flash Party. So keep in mind,
this game is free, so I can give a little slack on some of the critique. Some things are good, most things are bad. So the cool thing is that this game is actually very polished visually. Great art, great animations, and that's about it. There's many bad things about the game. The sound effect sucks. The hitboxes make no sense. They feel super small. It feels so hard to land hits. Dashing feels weird. Jumping feels weird. Moving around in the game just feels very sluggish in general. And then there's the obvious Battle Pass business model that we all hate. The fact you could only play a limited amount of games and you start with like 4 characters. I think that's just way too restrictive, even though it is a free game. I think Multiverses did that business model when it came to a free game way better, because it is free. Like, you gotta give it some slack. You're not paying money for it. In general, Flash Party, kind of a bad game. It's just sad because the devs that worked on the visuals and the animation did way better than any other dev team that worked on like the hitboxes or the coding or whatever. So overall, I give this game a 3 out of 10. Next game we have is Spiritfall. So Spiritfall is a fast-paced action roguelike with combat inspired by platform fighters / smash launch, while splatting multiple enemies using an ever-changing arsenal of divine powers. This one sounds kind of fun. Pretty cool. I gotta go buy it, and then we'll see how it is. Alright, so I have high hopes for this game. It looks pretty nice, so let's just get in there. Oh wow. Now this looks polished. I can't move yet, but this looks pretty dang polished, I have to say. I don't know if I like that the dash is on a pretty long cooldown. Man, they just like blasting with like everything off the bat. So launcher is just like smash attack pretty much. Okay. I like the effects. Oh, this is the part, roguelike, where you get to choose. Oh wow, and you get to choose like kind of like a direction to go. I kind of like that. Okay, yeah, you could do some kind of combo-y stuff. I really like that. There's not really a game where you can combo enemies like pretty easily, kind of like this. Okay, this is actually kind of fun off the bat, I'm not gonna lie. The controls and hitboxes and the movement feels pretty nice. It doesn't feel like I miss constantly. Like the hitboxes are a nice size and everything. Ooh, I want this one. Yeah. That's sick. Oh my god. Got my wave dash to do damage now. Oh, you could dash out of any of your animations. That's kind of broken, but I kind of like that at the same time. I just have a new thing. Oh, that is sick. I get like my own Firefox. Wait, that's pretty cool. I get a Firefox. I have to just keep in mind how much abilities I have though in this game. Like, it's kind of crazy. Oh, all my cooldowns are faster. Let's go. I like that. Oh yeah, I want more of that cooldown. I can wave dash even faster. Oh, whoa. Okay, now we just turn into Hollow Knight all of a sudden. Oh my gosh, he does so much damage. Bro. Oh, I'm so cooked. Dude. Nah, that was a crazy jump in difficulty. Now it just turned into Hollow Knight. Everyone making Hollow Knight noises. Interesting. Oh, you can unlock more weapons. We gotta build a build that's good for bosses and not like general enemies, so this is gonna be interesting. Oh, I could combo. If my dash is fast enough, I could just like up air them into dash up air. Like this. Wait, that's a broken combo, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, there's so many guys now. Dude, I'm gonna die. No. This one's tough. Oh my god, I literally had 1 HP. No. Oh my god. Didn't even get to the boss this time. Yeah, the difficulty is interesting. How did I get to the boss my first try? What the? Okay, Hidden Rift. Bro, is this just turned into a real platform fighter all of a sudden? Oh my god, it did. There's percentage and everything. Oh my god. I threw him into the wall. There we go. This is Smash Bros. Now. You know, I wouldn't mind if there was just a game mode for this. Oh, I might die. Bayonetta combo, let's go. Hopefully, we beat this boss. What if I just play it safe and I just use projectiles? Oh my god, the fast movement speed is freaking killing me. Dude, why did the dash shot come out? Nah, why is the boss way harder than the rest of the game? I think I'm going to stop here on this game. My thoughts on the game is it actually does what it does well. I just think things aren't really balanced. I haven't, you know, unlocked these other weapons yet, so probably obviously gets a lot better. And I don't know if there's like more bosses after that first one. So far, it's pretty good. I actually really like it. I might play it a little bit more after the video because of how, like, fun it is. It's just I think it's really not balanced for the monsters before the boss. There's also not that many monsters because it's a lot of the same monsters and the same backgrounds. But I do like the vibes of the game and the music, and the animations are so crisp for the main character that you play. So yeah, I think it's a solid game. I give it a 7 out of 10. If you watched to the end, thanks for watching, and also thanks to my patrons for also supporting me. This vid was pretty fun to try out all these random platform fighter games, and let me know in the comments which one you think was your favorite.
Full gym, minimal space, squat, push. Traditional training takes more. Gym Monster adapts instantly. Pull, row.
So, have you ever played Hades or Dead Cells and asked yourself, what if this was more like Super Smash Brothers? No, you probably haven't, that's a very specific thought, but regardless, Spiritfall is the answer to that question nobody asked. I'm happy to report that the result is probably one of the best action roguelites I've ever played. Spiritfall wastes almost no time getting you straight into the action. You're chosen by the Great Spirits to carry the perennial flame to unseal the Great Gate in order to restore their strength, and that's about it. It's straightforward enough, but if you're curious to take a deep dive, there's more than enough to sink your teeth into if you're so inclined. But that's not why we're here. We're here to wombo combo bad guys, and Spiritfall has that in spades. The combat in Spiritfall is utterly captivating, and successfully emulates the easy-to-learn, difficult-to-master gameplay of the platform fighters that inspired it. The tools at your disposal are simple enough. You have your regular attacks that have both aerial and grounded variants, launchers which act as your heavy attacks, a quick-firing ranged bolt on a short cooldown, a powerful assist ability on a longer cooldown, and of course, a dash that serves as a dodge and a mobility option. It's extremely intuitive and should come naturally to anyone who experiences PTSD after getting downbeat by their little sibling playing Kirby and Smash Bros. The difference here, though, is that since this is a single-player game, the fighting game aspects are made even easier to execute. Hitboxes from your attacks are extremely generous, making whiffs a rarity. Hit stun on enemies is more than long enough to make almost anything combo into each other. And most animations and end lag from attacks can be cancelled by utilizing your dash or bolt. Plus, unlockable mobility options such as Pounce, Wave Dash, and Directional Influence further lend a surprising amount of depth to movement. All of these small touches work together to create an incredibly approachable learning curve where you'll go from simply spamming normal attacks like a chump to darting around the arena juggling multiple enemies at once like it's nothing. The game even has these rift battles that sometimes pop up that are your traditional fighting game 1v1. You ever watch something like a melee combo video and go, wow, I wish I could do that? Well, in this game, you can! The weapons that make all of this possible kick so much ass. There are 5 base weapons, each having an alternate form with completely new movesets, effectively making 10 available weapons. Their movesets are all extremely unique from one another, and I've thoroughly enjoyed using every single one. The Battle Hammer Axe is a slow but reliable weapon with crazy knockback on its launch attacks. The bow offers a mix of short and long-ranged options that make it incredibly versatile. The Link Blades have several multi-hit moves that make it effortless to lock down and juggle enemies across the stage, as well as its launcher acting as a grapple to help close the distance, which makes for some cool-looking follow-ups. If I had to pick a favorite, though, I'd have to pick the Equinox. At first, it's a fairly unassuming scythe weapon with a slow but hard-hitting moveset. After charging a launcher, though, well, bam! Bow staff, bitch. You can even bat the scythe head around the arena and recall it back to do this sick move, and this is seriously one of the coolest weapons I've used in a video game. If you play Spiritfall, unlock this immediately and thank me later. The design of the rogue elements are practically one-for-one with that of Hades, which can be a good or bad thing depending on your taste, but I think it works nicely here. During a run, there are 7 different spirits offering their own blessings and augments. Each spirit has their own archetype, such as Not Jolteon being centered around attack speed and mobility, or the gay wolf inside you being focused on burst damage and crits. They all have their ups and downs. Blessings can take advantage of the weapons with faster attack speed by quickly stacking debuffs, or benefit slower, harder-hitting weapons by buffing their knockback capability. After experimenting with all of them, I found the Spirits' different abilities and bonuses to be pretty well balanced, lending to a good amount of build variety to complement whatever weapon or playstyle suits you best.
I just clipped my toenails on stream, bro.
There is a substantial amount of meta progression where you'll become decidedly stronger after getting some runs under your belt. I always had enough resources to unlock a few upgrades after every run, and it never really felt like a grind. One aspect of run progression that I think is really cool is the weapon enchantment system. During combat, you acquire a resource called Essence from defeating enemies. How much of this Essence you acquire is determined by a multiplier on the bottom right side of the screen, which increases by landing hits and decreases when taking damage or not attacking. A higher multiplier means more Essence gained from non-boss enemies. You can then spend this Essence between floors on weapon upgrades for that run. The higher your multiplier, the more Essence you receive, and the more Essence you have, the more upgrades you can buy for that run. What's great about these upgrades is that they're potent without feeling mandatory, and you'll still acquire a set amount of Essence from rift encounters and boss battles, meaning you're not left out to dry if you're getting hit a lot. I find this to be a better way of rewarding skillful play as opposed to something like the Master Rounds from Enter the Gungeon, which were only rewarded from killing a boss without taking a single hit, which led to several points of frustration where I wanted to summit 1G my computer.
I'm offline, guys. Later.
Enemies and biomes are varied enough to keep things relatively fresh from run to run, with unique enemy types and room layouts exclusive to their respective biomes. What I think is noteworthy, though, is how the actual room layouts can play a role in how you approach a given combat encounter. Hitting enemies off of walls deals bonus damage, and as such can be a vital tool in quickly clearing mobs. Some areas will be heavily cramped with low ceilings, letting you ping-pong enemies around with high knockback moves, giving them almost no time to retaliate. Alternatively, some rooms will be wide open, leading you to rely on your normal attacks for damage and resorting to your launcher to give yourself some breathing room if needed. Additionally, some encounters like the aforementioned rift battles in the final biome offer arenas to knock out opponents in true platform fighter fashion. It all gives each biome their own identity and keeps any given run from overstaying its welcome. Finally, of course I gotta give props to the presentation and music. It's not the most visually stunning game ever, but it has some nice things going for it. Some animations in particular run at a lower frame rate than the gameplay and creates a visual juxtaposition that just looks neat. I don't know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Also, shoutouts to the little shopkeeper. Look at this dude. Listen to the sounds he makes. I love him. Certified little guy. Audio-wise, Spiritfall fares just as well, with particularly punchy sound effects when striking enemies that have just the right amount of oomph to them, especially the sound that plays when landing a sweet spot hit. The soundtrack is also solid, with the first area theme being an earworm for me for reasons that don't involve me dying and starting over a lot. As for the bad stuff, I'd say the first and second boss fights are kind of lacking compared to the others. The first boss is a complete pushover even with the unlockable difficulty modifier that makes the bosses harder. It can be kind of fun to see how long you can juggle her, but she's kind of a doormat overall. The second boss is a gank fight, which yeah, gank bosses can work sometimes, but I feel like in general, gank bosses are right up there with escort missions in terms of being one of the most hated things in gaming. This schmuck with the bow in particular can go fuck himself. My other more nitpicky thing is with the blessings. A lot of the blessings are just different variations of X% more damage from behind or above or sideways and slantways and longways and backways and frontways and squareways.
Any other ways that you can think of.
This dilutes the pool away from what I found to be some of the more interesting options, which may cause things to get a little stale after a while. It's not something that's particularly bothered me, but it's something I've seen others mention, and I think it's a valid criticism. And, well, that's about it, really. I don't have a whole lot of bad stuff to say about this game. So, yeah, this game is pretty much a dream come true for me. I remember playing the adventure mode in Smash Bros. Melee over and over and over again when I was a kid, and Spiritfall is pretty much that expanded into an entire game in a roguelike format. Knocking enemies all over the arena, making up dumb strings of combos and attacks as you go just feels really good. I heavily recommend checking it out if you even have a passing interest in this weird hybrid of genres it's got going on here. If you do, just make sure not to leave a negative review, or else I'll give you the Clown Award on Steam. You might be thinking, wow, Internet Review Guy, that sure is a really petty and pathetic thing to do. Yeah, it sure is. Given this channel is all about exploring lesser-known games, I want to do a little exercise today. Take a look at this game and imagine what you think the music sounds like. Got it? Well, here's how it actually sounds.
It's the beginning of a new and excitingly different story.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Anyway, let's get going. Roboto is probably one of the hardest games to talk about I've ever covered on this channel. Not because I have an irrational hatred of amphibians, those stupid, sexy amphibians, but because it completely blindsided me more than Annika was on Season 47 of Survivor.
5th person voted out of Survivor 47. Annika. Need to bring me your torch?
Okay. On the surface, it's exactly what it says it is. An experimental, physics-based 2D collectathon. All of the planets in the solar system have exploded, and us being a certified little guy have to jump around a handful of levels collecting the planet bits needed to fix our neighboring space orbs. Interestingly enough, I can't seem to recall another 2D game attempting the collectathon format, or at least one that mimics the 3D variants that immediately come to mind when I think about the genre. Collectathons are built around large, open levels that don't typically work as well in 2D as they do in 3D. But Roboto actually manages to pull it off pretty well. Each area is split into segments that are large enough to allow for the fun sandbox exploration the genre is known for, but small enough as to not get hopelessly lost as you hop around town. All of the planet bits are strewn about, either sitting right in the open or hidden in clever but not impossible to find hiding spots. Each level caps off with a boss fight, such as a giant dumpling with the legs of my ideal goth gamer GF. Each award you with a new gadget that grants new traversal and combat abilities that can be used to reach previously inaccessible areas in earlier levels. The most fun I had, though, were with these side rooms that present their own unique challenges and gimmicks that take full advantage of the silly, physics-based nature of the gameplay. You had a series of chaotic kart races, a challenge where you make a boat out of sponges, and a level where you suck up everything in sight like your mom at... nah, that's too low-hanging even for me. Just like your mom's tits. It's a healthy variety of challenges and gimmicks that had me excited to explore and see what's next throughout the game. But what really stuck with me with Roboto is that it is what I consider to be an incredible piece of art wrapped into a high-effort shitpost. All throughout the game, you are constantly battered with weird, absurdist, and downright stupid humor that I feel like the game was just f***ing with me. I mean, as soon as I booted up the game, I went into the extra section, I was immediately curious about the photo mode, and...
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
But beneath this very unserious veneer emerged an incredibly moving story that made me question the very nature of creativity itself, and what it truly means to express oneself without the burden of external factors weighing you down, to not be a slave to your own circumstances. If I was a more talented writer, I'd probably make a whole ass essay about it, but I ain't no Jacob Geller. But it's genuinely baffling to me how such a great narrative is hidden almost insidiously within this otherwise unassuming game. And that's basically Roboto. You start with a fun little platformer and somehow end with a game I haven't felt as moved by since I played Undertale for the first time 11 years ago. God, I'm so fucking old. All's to say, Roboto is an absolute treasure of a game. It's a bit rough around the edges, but who amongst us hasn't edged a little roughly? And now I'm going to let out what's been stuck in my head the entire time I was writing this segment. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. I don't know how the rest of this song goes. Domo arigato, Mr. Creature collectors have always been an interesting phenomenon to me, because while the genre includes the most profitable media franchise of all time, Digimon, it ironically also has very few noteworthy competitors that scratch the same itch as everyone's favorite little guy, Agumon. Sculplings, however, is a rare occurrence where a game not only successfully emulates the Pokemon formula, I'm done with the bit by the way, but manages to literally sculpt its own identity through its handmade presentation and from being unapologetically nonchalant to the point where I was questioning whether developers even gave a shit about this great game they were cooking up. It's a creature collector, battler, whatever, roguelike, where you venture through several randomly generated biomes to fight, capture, and power up a team of clay critters to take down one of the big five at the end of a run to become the Sculplings champion. The game hits all the right notes of what one might expect from a creature battler with the standard turn-based combat and rock, paper, scissors-esque type matchups. Water beats fire, fire beats plant, plant beats rock, we all know the drill here. Pokemon in general had gotten pretty boring for me until I decided to try playing a Nuzlocke run, which completely reinvigorated my interest in the series by presenting a new way of playing that introduced an X factor of not knowing what Pokemon I'd end up with, as well as adding a challenge to the franchise that nowadays can be beaten by a toddler with a loaded diaper. Holy shit.
I'll probably just wait.
That was a long fucking sentence. And Sculplings pretty much captures that same feeling as a Pokemon Nuzlocke compressed into each of its 60 to 90 minute runs while also being considerably more difficult. This game can be pretty tough and requires you to constantly be thinking ahead on how to balance out your team for the trainers ahead, what combinations of pins and items you can use to scale your power, and to balance out the number of wild monster battles you take to level up your Sculplings enough to take on the juiced opponents that await you as you approach the endgame. The second of the big five, doing the Elon Salute in particular, gave me a lot of trouble as her team's ability to constantly freeze my monsters forced me to think of ways to counter that strategy, such as capturing Monkey, whose passives make him immune to freezing, or making sure to stock up on Apple Pie to cure any others on my team from succumbing to an onslaught of hard CC bullshit. It's a roguelike that has you thinking on a more meta level than most, which is a fun change of pace from my go-to button-mashing number go-up simulators. But what most impressed me with Sculplings is the fact that nearly all visual assets in the game are entirely created from clay. Every monster, item, icon,
bro, I probably look like shit. I literally been sitting here getting fried all day, bro. Like smoking bug or mixing, fucking watching YouTube about this fish, bro. Like, bro. Yo, don't mind my fucking. I'm telling you, bro. My room is messy as shit. My room is messy as shit. But yeah, definitely. If you're driving, we're not drinking, bro. We're not drinking, bro. I'll do the drug driving once in a while.
Default to calling Egbert, and even a giant dumpling
I'm not gonna make y'all do that. That's fucked up.
It's just an incredibly charming collection of creatures where you can really sense the fun the creator had in making them, which is a feeling that carries throughout everything else in the game in the form of some deadpan,
I'm looking at my room through the fucking camera,
self-aware humor that didn't quite make me laugh, but had me blowing air out.
Nah, we'll hang out soon, bro.
Like,
gotta do something.
As far as
like,
Pokemon
if we ever
is
like
one
just
of
like
the few
drink
that actually
and then
managed
like
to
just
keep
go
my attention
somewhere,
for more than a few hours.
like just
it
drive
not only
around.
captures the feeling of a mainline Pokemon game, but manages to
I'll be
also
the one to
sculpt
drive.
its own identity
So maybe I'll
through
let
its
you know
novel
about that.
presentation and introduction of
But
familiar
yeah, if you ever
roguelike
want to talk,
elements
bro,
in
call
a
me.
genre that surprisingly hasn't been plagued by the
I'll call you too, bro.
Ouroboros known
Fuck
as
it.
roguelikes.
Let's do something. One of these days. We'll do something, bro. We'll talk. We gotta do it.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I'm fried as shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm gonna level with you here. This one fried my brain harder than Egbert from the last game. It's called Social Caterpillar, a puzzle game where you take the role of an introvert trying to navigate the complicated world of socialization and is an accurate representation of what it's like to attend a family reunion with your
Alright, I'm
in-laws.
tweaking, bro.
That joke is so dated you'd think I pulled it out of the
Yeah,
Sunday
talk to me,
Funnies.
bro.
You begin your
I
journey
get you.
cooped up in your room trying to muster the energy to get your ass out of bed and into the real world where you need to solve several conversational puzzles to improve your social battery. Expanding your battery allows you to go further and further beyond the confines of your bed, granting an ever-increasing amount of freedom to explore the environment. Running out of battery forces you back to your room where you recharge by watching hours of Family Guy funny moments until your eyes bleed. After becoming experienced enough, you'll have the energy to take on the final boss of conversation in the form of public speaking, after which you'll complete your social metamorphosis and the credits roll. It's a quaint, compact experience that can
I uploaded and distributed my tracks for SoundCloud to every major platform. I keep 100% of my royalties. SoundCloud doesn't take a...
Earlier this month, there was a report from a reputable source saying that we'd have a Smash development as soon as next year, and before we get deeper, remember, this is a rumor! Nothing is official, but... That said, regardless of what happens, whether it's a brand new game, or whether it's the port of the old generation Smash to tide us over that people have been predicting for like 2 decades at this point, whatever it is, reading this still gave me The Itch. You remember The Itch, right? I've talked about Smash 6's roster before in terms of what would be cool or fitting, but this time around, we're making a full-on prediction list. I think these characters are going to be in the next Smash game, based on whatever scraps of evidence we can dig up, along with, yes, plenty of vibes. So watch it in that context, and then when this all plays out somewhere down the line, feel free to come right back and leave your comments. Do it. The algorithm craves engagement. Let's dive in. Eight-Bit-Do, today's sponsor, makes really premium gaming equipment. And don't game. It's an interesting time to be making a video like this, because despite the fact that we're technically in a direct sequel era for Nintendo, since the launch of Smash Ultimate, a lot of its franchises have actually undergone some of their most radical overhauls we've ever seen. Nevertheless, our first candidate here has been a very long time coming, no overhaul needed. Waluigi is basically in the same position that Ridley was in last time. Fan favorite character that a lot of people were upset missed the previous game, a big groundswell of support that the devs clearly know about, awkward body shape. Now, he could have just not made it in because Ultimate's newcomer roster wasn't very big at launch in the first place, and he's an awkward pick for DLC, but there could also be more. While he's not as out there as Ridley, Waluigi does have pretty odd proportions. We've seen plenty of fan implementations, and no offense to them, but to me, they do tend to feel like fan works because of exactly how tricky integrating this gang of weirdo actually is. He's also not one that Nintendo seems to be advocating for themselves, or at least this was certainly true at one point. When Reggie Fils-Aimé was still active, he outright said that it would be Sakurai's call to make, which hasn't always been the case for Smash characters. And just so we're clear, I'm coming into this video with the explicit assumption that Sakurai is back. The same source previously said that Sakurai's condition for making another Smash title was being able to do Kirby Air Riders first, and if you look at the timelines, things do seem to line up, or at least not actively clash. But more than anything, I've been hearing retirement speculation about this man for almost 2 decades now, and until something actually happens, I'm simply plunging on ahead, much like I expect him to. And as I expect Waluigi to, I've just wrapped up trying to talk myself out of it, but nah, it's his time. I picture a character who works maybe a little bit like Faust from Guilty Gear, using a mixture of long-range pokes and unorthodox tools, which is a playstyle that I'd really like to try out. Mario's spin-off titles, your Kart, Party, Sports, are some of the most influential games out there, but don't really have much Smash representation. And a spin-off-centric character fits perfectly. Daisy would be another viable candidate, but she's likely stuck in clone hell from now on, sorry to say. And I also like that Waluigi is weird. It just works for him. So much so that he literally incorporates that aspect into his assist trophy already, which, remember, does not disqualify you from being a playable character. And if you haven't played a lot of the spin-off games, you might be surprised by just how fleshed out his identity is, even separated from the mechanics of whatever game he's in. A lot of Rose and Thorn theming that could fit into Smash perfectly. Bonus prediction. He and every other core Mario character is going to have at least one costume from Mario Kart World, the Switch 2's flagship game and fashion showcase. Mario's already in the Special Treatment Costume Club, so him getting the touring outfit or something like that seems like a safe bet, alongside Luigi. And then, I mean, Peach has to get her biker outfit, right? I don't know, maybe she needs a skirt to line up with her animation style, but it's an iconic part of the games and the movie. And for all we know, this will be the Smash game that finally updates veteran movesets anyways. I know not everyone wants that, but I do, and I can hope. Daisy's ult comes down to just how much clone hell she's buried in, but Rosalina's no clone, and I also think her animation style absolutely needs address, so Aurora it is. And then, come on, tell me this isn't the perfect amount of greasy for Wario. These are all bonus guesses though. Waluigi's the real one, and whatever the format of Smash 6, whether it's a soft reboot like so many hardcore fans request, whether Sakurai manages to pull yet another miracle and keep the entire roster intact again despite explicitly saying he can't do that, it'd be strange for this oddball doofus not to join the club.
Ready to learn something useful today, kid? Eidolon was everything the machine promised and more. Clean, painless, no death.
Bandana Waddle Dee is another long-term fan request that felt fine but superfluous for a long time. But the thing is, Sakurai's back with the Kirby series now, and what did he do? The first chance he got before the game's even out, he's like, yeah, Bandana Dee is part of the core 4, 3 of which are in Smash. Keep in mind, Sakurai heavily oversees trailers and presentations himself. The decision to put the little guy front and center like this was all his. That's not a conspiracy theory or anything. I'm not saying he's sending us a coded message, but it's clearly how he's thinking about the character. Look at this, plucked straight out of Kirby Air Riders marketing, but doesn't it just feel right for Smash? Bandana Dee has a very firm moveset at this point, so much that you barely even need to imagine how he'd play in Smash. He kinda just drops right in, eh? Well-established moveset, straightforward animation, relatively pain-free licensing, which can be a huge issue, and the right timing behind it all? I'm calling it. This will be the first Kirby newcomer since Brawl, which is kinda nuts. And then there's Pokemon, mankind's ultimate unstoppable force. Obviously, at the time I'm making this, we barely know anything about Pokemon winds and waves, but I'm strongly leaning towards Brout's final stage here. Remember, Incineroar just barely made it in over Decidueye last time. Look at that, we've got a Grass Bird again, and Grass remains the only starter type without solo rep. Obviously not a guarantee, Incineroar made it in because the wrestling theme was just too good to pass up, and you know what? Fair. I think Incineroar is the single best heavyweight design the series has ever gotten. At the end of the day, I'd still expect and want the most suitable starter out of the 3 to take priority, but barring similar circumstances where there's another clear standout or the grass line is very unsuitable, my bet's on Angry Bird. Oh, and I guess I will also leave a bit of wiggle room for Pocopia's Ditto. Probably too out there, but a fighter that can represent different Pokemon with different attacks actually kind of rules. And those are all the characters I'd be more surprised about not making it in than I would if they did. Keep in mind, while Ultimate did have a few interesting choices, the bulk of its roster was still hit after hit. A slot in Smash is extremely competitive, and there aren't a ton of characters I'd consider to be on this level of likely. Ultimate's so-called no-brainers didn't all line up though, and past these, I think it starts getting fuzzy fast. In fact, so fast that for other sections of the video, I ran into a problem. There was simply no off-ramp, no chance to stop adding characters because drawing the line at mentioning the 33rd most likely but not the 34th is totally arbitrary. Because of this, I've at least tried to make the arbitrarity uniform. I've implemented an arbitrary cap of 5 slots for every other segment moving forward, starting with ones that I don't think are inevitable but still feel like there is reasonable evidence to back up. Or at least as reasonable as I can make it. I'm trying not to pull another "the colors of the chairs are teasing Skull Kid" saga, but as you're about to see, this is not an exact science and things are going to start getting real loose real fast. Sonic is obviously one of gaming's most iconic characters, but just because you're an icon doesn't necessarily mean you're eternally relevant. That said, in the years since Ultimate's release, we've had Sonic Frontiers, one of, if not the best-selling mainline Sonics of the millennium, depending how you count it. And, of course, we've also had the Sonic movies that performed fantastically and boosted his cultural relevance up by no small amount. Sonic himself is naturally already in Smash, for better or worse, but I think this is the best window for a new series rep we've ever seen. My first guess here has to be Shadow, making the assist trophy leap. He could be an Echo Fighter, and that's part of the reason he's here, although I'd really hope that doesn't happen, as it's not a very satisfying solution. The bigger reason he's more likely, as far as I'm concerned, is that he makes more sense to add by himself, whereas even though Knuckles likewise made it in as an assist trophy, it feels a bit stranger to add him without also adding Tails. These 3 are somewhat of a trifecta. And for the record, I wouldn't be totally shocked by that happening either. Man, that reveal would go hard. Imagine setting up a scenario where Knuckles and Tails are both competing for who gets the title, and then it's a tie and they're both exhausted, and then Sonic scoots in to pick both of them up and hand them invites. Yeah. Fans would lose it. Knuckles is certainly the better match out of them from a mechanics perspective as far as I'm concerned. He's an actual fighter, and gliding is something that can be directly adapted into Smash, as opposed to Tails' freeform flying having to be sacrificed. But putting these 2 into a hierarchy does just feel a bit odd. You also generally can't co-opt at least bits and pieces of Sonic's animation like you could for even a standalone Shadow, so if I've got to pick one, he's definitely the call. Or, hear me out, all 3? Just saying. As far as third-party reps go, period, though, I'm not sure anyone stands out to me more at this point than Kratos from God of War. Before the PlayStation series pseudo-reboot, he was a well-known character who definitely had an advocacy base, but now that we have the new titles, which, by the way, started out in the same year as Ultimate and Sakurai has personally played, he's PlayStation's golden boy and would undoubtedly make for a fantastic crossover. His moveset kind of speaks for itself here, and it would be cruel as all hell. A throwable axe that he can keep on the stage and call back at will to start combos? Sign me up. To say nothing of the absurd amount of other powers he's collected. Hell, even before the Norse games expanded his toolkit, he fit into a platform fighter perfectly fine. Now, listen, I am not here to try and break down the intricacies of Japanese tech companies' licensing dealings. I have no clue if this is something Sony would be actively interested in or allow whatsoever. Hypothetically, I don't know, let's say another PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale is in active development right now. I doubt it, but that would probably kill this on the spot, and there's no way that we could know. All I do know is, if there's one single guy in the entire industry that can grease the wheels, it's Sakurai. There's a reason everyone, including himself, considers him irreplaceable. And between God of War development running concurrent with Ultimate, Ragnarok with Ultimate's DLC, and another God of War on the way, because of course there is, there's an opportunity here. Again, I am not trying to base too many of these predictions around, hey, Sakurai's played a game, because the man plays a lot of games and it's nowhere near that simple. But pair that with a character this fitting, and it's certainly not a bad kickoff point. Oh yeah, there's a show coming too. We'll see about that. So, look, Nintendo is trying to make Star Fox a thing again. How good a job they're doing remains up for debate, but I could easily imagine a Star Fox mandate popping up for Smash. It's a series that Miyamoto still seems to be championing. It helps that there's an obvious standout choice and clear fan favorite in Crystal, who's been a very long time request, would have made it into Brawl over Wolf if not for the extra workload, and actually has some solid moveset potential as an adopter of Adventure's staff combat. Her moveset is much more apparent than it would be for Slippy or Peppy, although Slippy as a gadget fighter might have something going for him. Now, I don't think the corporate side is especially boosting Crystal here. While there is a Star Fox reboot on the way, it's a 64 remake again. And as far as we know, that means Crystal is out. She's still my first pick, though. A combination of the moveset potential, fan demand, and another instance of Slippy and Peppy being around the same on the hierarchy. This time, though, if there was a big Smash announcement and both of them were the picks, that'd be... yeah, it's Crystal. Okay, let's just knock this thing out of the way. New Fire Emblem rep. Not a ton to say here. It's been a thing since Brawl, and the two series have a symbiotic relationship at this point, which was widely celebrated until it wasn't. With Fortune's Weave releasing this year, if there is a new Smash not too far behind it, I'd have to imagine he's getting developed ahead of time, the same as we've previously seen.
Man, I'm
and the only reason this isn't inevitable is because Sakurai is clearly aware that Fire Emblem is oversaturated. Again, assuming he even has a say. I still wouldn't bet against it, but even as a Fire Emblem fan, I'm seriously hoping it's a maximum of one new rep, and please make it base game, not DLC. I will say though, if Fortune's Weave does get in, and it is Kai, at the very least, this time around he's a lance and magic wielder, which sets him apart from all of these, so progress at least. Okay, fighting games. Now that we have a fleshed out and distinctive formula for exactly how fighting game characters work in Smash, for better or worse, I don't imagine that being abandoned. Especially because this is a genre we know Sakurai loves. He was an arcade nerd, and King of Fighters in particular likely directly inspired some of Smash's gameplay. That said, I still think the most reasonable expectation here is another Street Fighter rep, and specifically Chun-Li. Ryu, Ken, and her are kind of the Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman of the series, so it's another trifecta to complete. Hopefully with some actual modern Street Fighter mechanics instead of still being locked into a combat system from 2 entries ago. Seriously, SF4 came out in 2008, and we're still out here focus canceling. Street Fighter is the fighting game, and I'd certainly expect it to get more rep ahead of the other veterans, but of course an entirely new series is also on the table, and is certainly the more diplomatic approach. I've heard a lot of people request Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear, who would absolutely make for a cool character. Roman cancel style mechanics can be really fun in platform fighters, as seen in games like Rushdown Revolt and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. That said, as an aggro fire anime swordsman fighting game bro, to a layperson, there's definitely no small amount of overlap with Roy, Ken, Terry, or Ken with a hat, as a lot of people called him when he was announced. Yeah, remember, the average Smash player knows nothing about these guys, and that's a problem. I think if we are going down the brand new route, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat feels like a much more obvious standout, despite such a massive tone clash between the series that I can't even show you the tone clash between the series. Smash has had M-rated fighters before though, and fatalities aside, Scorpion is a super sick chain whip ninja and get over here! It's second only to among fighting game catchphrases. They even do a bunch of crossover stuff. Everything's coming up Scorpion, except for one slight hiccup. Mortal Kombat is, so incredibly violent that Japanese retailers can't carry it because their equivalent to the ESRB won't assign it a rating. Hey, Smash obviously has a ton of international appeal, said by an international Smash YouTuber, but it does have a Japanese director, studio, and publisher. And as you'd kind of expect, yes, while there are characters like Banjo and Steve on there, for the most part, even if you do disregard the inevitable first-party Nintendo characters, there is still a clear Japanese leaning to the roster. A game series that was more popular overseas, that's one thing, but a game series that essentially none of your home base audience have ever touched because it's too extreme. Yeah, Scorpion's a name I hear tossed around a lot for Smash, but as far as I'm concerned, that does kind of sound like a deal breaker, eh? If anything, it's more weird that he didn't make it into the Warner Brothers platform fighter. And while we're discussing crossover stuff, there is one other character I want to bring up here. Kazuya wasn't nearly as surprising a pick for Ultimate as you might think, considering that Bandai Namco, the studio that makes Smash, also makes Tekken. And the thing is, they actually make another big fighting game, with one character who appears in both. Yoshimitsu is one of the most recognizable Tekken characters out there, and he also appears in Soul Calibur, and oh god, I love Soul Calibur so much and would be so thrilled to see it make it into Smash. It also really helps that he has maybe the most appropriate moveset of any 3D fighting game character. It's hilarious, it explores a lot of vertical space, which is quite rare for the genre. He's got an obvious recovery. Yeah, this one is admittedly more of a stretch considering that Soul Calibur is notoriously not a priority for the studio. But, you know, Tekken is, and I don't think it's an insane pick. Please? Please put Soul Calibur in Smash. My number one bet here is still Chun-Li though, or Akuma, but I don't want to get hung up on Echo Fighters.
When playing games on PC, do you ever wonder if someone had a clip with you in it? Download Metal, then go to Albums. Clips are in.
Okay, fine, let's talk about Echo Fighters, which are honestly a total crapshoot. Any series could really get one at any time. It totally depends on how much leeway the development cycle leaves, and we also don't know whether Smash 6 is going to be going more down the Melee Falco route, meaning clones that are actually worth the pixels on the select screen, or the ultimate Daisy route. Nevertheless, for the sake of completeness, here are a handful that make sense. Pikmin Rap is an easy one. Miyamoto is again directly championing it, and we're several games beyond Alf's introduction by now. Drop in Rookie or Brittany or whoever, swap out a couple of the Pikmin they can pluck, boom. That is how you make a low-effort clone that still brings value to the table. Similar deal with an Octoling from Splatoon. You can keep largely the same normals and aerials and then maybe arbitrarily swap around a couple of their specials or smash attacks. A little higher effort than for Pikmin, but the principle is still sound. Honestly, Splatoon is so huge at this point that even new standalone rep isn't unreasonable to guess, but if it can work as an Echo Fighter, I'll put it here. Which is also where Dixie Kong is going. She is stretching things a bit. Ideally, she'd have her own thing going on, but you could get away with using Diddy's framework and swapping a few moves out to include the ponytail. Assuming Diddy isn't reworked to be more Rocket Barrel focused, which I'd love to see, but even then, there's still a world where Dixie could be based off Ultimate's animations. Sakurai's generally been fairly reluctant him to do that and I wouldn't hold my breath, but it could happen. Jean from Bayonetta could work well, although given how intricate the combos are and how easily they can go wrong, please, for the love of God, Sakurai, tune this very carefully. And finally, while I said that Shadow would be an unsatisfying Echo Fighter for Sonic, Metal Sonic, on the other hand, is literally built to be a Sonic doppelganger and appears in the upcoming 4th Sonic movie. Barely even need to think about that one beyond asking if the world really needs more... Yeah, Sonic has to get a rework first, but if he does, I'm down. On a different tangent, next let's talk about some characters I don't expect to make it in. Now, we are reaching the point in the video where even the tiniest, flimsiest pretense of evidence I've been using up until now has pretty much slipped away, but I'm trying here. I'm also not going to be going over any veteran cuts because I've already done that whole cutting the roster in half trend on Mock Rock Talk if you want that, and also, to be clear, these are not characters I'm hoping don't make it in, and to prove it, I don't think we're gonna see any new Zelda characters this time around, which breaks my heart to say. It's my single favorite video game series after Smash, but when I actually seriously sit down and look at the candidates, I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing it. A lot of people suggest Impa, who I would take in a heartbeat, but she's just not recognizable or important enough, and again, sorry. The same goes for other legacy picks like Skull Kid. I don't think the Hero of the Wild games really introduced any amazing candidates. I mean, I guess the Sages have had 2 games each now, but choosing, say, just Sidon is weird. I don't think Raru makes the cut, or Koga. Yeah, roster philosophy has changed between Smash games, and it can change again, but we've got a long timeline to pull from at this point, and these kinds of characters are just so rarely included. I can't see it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sylux I'm admittedly less sure about, as he has now been the villain of 2 separate Metroid games. Still, given the strange moveset Ridley received in Ultimate, I don't get the feeling that Sakurai is a particularly massive Metroid fan. He's more or less missed his window to promote the game too, maybe if there's Prime 4 DLC on the way, but yeah, it took a long time and intense fan demand to get Ridley. And while I like Sylux, and he's certainly easier to implement, he's also no Ridley. Hopping off the Nintendo train for a sec, every single time a new Smash enters the zeitgeist, you'll always hear a ton of indie reps brought up. And historically, I admire the optimism. One of the Hades siblings, Hornet from Silksong, the Ruin Seeker from Tunic, all of them would work great as Smash characters, and this is another case where I legitimately hope I'm wrong, but the overwhelming trend is that the most these characters can hope for is ending up as a costume or an assist trophy. And I have no reason to believe anything's changed. If it has, though, great. I'm either right or I'm happy.
I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
And hopping right back on the Nintendo train in the biggest way possible. Waluigi is my single most locked-in pick of the entire video. I think even if the next release we get is, say, Smash Ultimate Deluxe with 3 new characters, he's still probably going to be one of the 3, and I also think he's going to be the only new Mario rep. I'm primarily talking about Toad here, who has a legitimate fanbase of his own, especially Captain Toad, and that could work for sure, even if you would probably have to ditch the no jumping gimmick. Oh, and hey, Piranha Plant made it into Ultimate, so the floodgates are wide open now, right? Yeah, but the thing is, Piranha Plant was also the only new Mario rep this generation. Are you planning to put multiple more Mario characters into a new game? Are you planning to take Toad right back out of Peach's animations after she just got an overhaul that decently represents his portrayal in at least the mainline Mario titles? Sakurai certainly could, it's not meritless, but I'm still gonna guess no. And by the way, if in my eyes Toad is off the table, it should go without saying that Geno is too. Yes, I know he was briefly considered for Brawl, but I'm gonna bet that ship has sailed at this point. If Waluigi makes it in like I'm expecting and nobody gets cut, then that's officially double-digit series rep for the first time, solely going off characters who use the mushroom icon, to say nothing of Wario or DK or Yoshi. The series is certainly not neglected, and the main reason I consider Waluigi specifically inevitable, besides the support behind him, is the fact that he's the only really core Mario character left that you can't fight with in some capacity, and no, this does not count. Pauline may be in that club someday, taking the Rosalina route, but I don't think we're there yet. Using Mario Kart costumes as a barometer, which is as good a metric as any, she's at a measly 2 so far. Get to 4 and we'll talk. She will probably show up in the new DK's victory animations or Final Smash or something, though.
What the? There's a hell mode? A game that never ends, huh? Bring it.
And then, again going in a different direction, on paper, Elden Ring has a ton going for it. The Dark Souls series was already a massive hit and popular request. I saw multiple people initially think Sora's reveal was going that route. Elden Ring only escalated things. To call that game successful doesn't even begin to cover it. And it's got a movie on the way. It's also got great moveset potential, but to be blunt, it's got too much moveset potential. Smash has avatar characters, but, like, ask somebody what Robin looks like and there's a concrete answer, 2 of them to be precise. Ask somebody what Steve looks like and there's a concrete answer, 2 of them to be precise. The Tarnished, on the other hand, is a proper role-playing game character though. It can be whatever you want, and I'm not sure this dude specifically carries a huge amount of pop culture weight. Monster Hunter is in a similar position, and Sakurai thought it made more sense to make its iconic monster into a boss fight, and I think that would be a great outcome here as well. And at this point, we've been through the ringer. Now, there are obviously plenty of other candidates for Smash. Doomguy, Spyro, Alucard. I didn't necessarily skip these characters because I think they're unviable, but more so because I often just have less reason to suspect them specifically. And remember, hard cap of 5 per category, I'm just as much a victim of the system as anyone. Would Crash Bandicoot make for a solid Smash character? Of course he would, but that's not the question being asked here. To wind things down, though, please indulge me with a couple of characters that are 100% not making it into Smash, but would kick so much ass that I just have to talk about them before this itch is fully scratched. Django is the protagonist of a Game Boy Advance game called Boktai, The Sun Is In Your Hand, where you use a customizable solar gun to hunt vampires. Now, gun-based characters haven't always been the most responsibly handled in Smash. No, I've got an entire video about that. But Boktai's whole thing is heavy resource management, and a lot of the gun settings are actually intended for more mid and close range. So this isn't a character that would just be pew-pew-pewing all over the place. While, again, he is not getting into Smash, the series has been dead for 20 years, he would work so well in Smash. I absolutely loved this game as a kid, even if the gimmick of attaching a solar sensor to the literal physical game cartridge caused some issues living in West Coast Canada. Rivals of Aether is the most well-known platform fighter after Smash among hardcore fans, and Orcane, its mascot character, making it in would be really cool, but is blatantly not happening. If I consider Silksong a reach, this is just too far out there. Personally, I'm going with Ravenbeak as my Metroid pick. He's a one-and-done villain, but is also by far my favorite Metroid villain with an incredible boss fight. And you know what? Screw Yoshimitsu from Soul Calibur. Where my Astaroth fans at? You do a little ass bashing. You do a little bull rushing. Yeah, Astaroth is probably my all-time favorite fighting game character. He's not a particularly important one, even in Soul Calibur, but my god would life be complete if he ever made it. And, saving the best for last, my personal #1 Smash character request of all time. Yeah, it's Ganondorf, but like, real Ganondorf. And you know what? I would trade half you losers for him in a heartbeat. Nintendo's mascot? Gone. Pokemon's mascot? Gone. My tried and true main of the last 8 years? I'll delete him from the codebase myself. Hire me, Sakurai. I work for free. Yeah. Ganondorf's cool. Thanks for watching, everyone. This was a fun detour from the more deep dive stuff I've been doing for a bit. Let me know your thoughts on the list. Likes and comments help in the algorithm, so if it's warranted, much appreciated. You can check out more Mock Rock here. I recently revisited all of the worst designed characters in Smash Ultimate, and in a shocking twist, today we're going to be revisiting the best. I made the original version over on Mock Rock over half a decade ago, so I have absolutely no idea who I even put on here. Let's run through, see how these opinions from way before the DLC was even released hold up, and then update is needed, and I suspect it's going to be needed. Let's get into it. So, I heard you like to fight it out with iconic heroes and villains, eh? Well, hell, then you should check out Marvel Contest of Champions, this video's sponsor. Marvel Contest of Champions places you in the role of a powerful summoner, calling upon over 350 of Marvel's characters, from big to small, classic to modern, heroic to villainous, to duke it out in an epic quest to save the world. Or just beat your friends. It's a legitimately quite cool design for a fighting game. It uses completely mobile-friendly controls, but still manages to squeeze in all the core fundamentals. We're talking counterattacking, optimizing combos, parrying, guard breaking. Your skills absolutely will transfer over. And they manage to do that without sacrificing character variety either. While everyone uses similar tools, the way those tools function varies quite a lot. Like, oh, heavy attacks break guard. Pretty straightforward. Oh, Iron Man gets to do that from across the screen with a double laser blast. Okay, now we're getting more complicated. And it adds even further depth by incorporating RPG mechanics directly into combat. Marvel Contest of Champions features multiplayer along with a rich solo campaign where you can unlock even more characters. But if you're like me and love Spider-Man, you'll be happy to hear the game hands him to you right at the start. And, for a limited time, if you download Marvel Contest of Champions using my link in the description and pinned comment, or the QR code on screen, you'll get the Heavy Hitters bundle totally free as a thanks for supporting the channel, which includes 10 powerful champions like Hercules, The Thing, Shang-Chi, and Iron Fist. Once again, that's the QR code on screen, or my link in the description and pinned comment. Be sure to check them out!
Everyone seems to love Terry, despite being one of the more obscure DLC releases for North Americans. He's clearly most known for power dunk setups, and it's a cool signature move to have for sure, but Terry's moveset overall is as large and complex as you'd expect from a traditional fighter, while also being very well rounded. Of course, being DLC, Terry needs a little something extra. In this case, his two super special moves, Buster Wolf and Power Geyser. These are obviously very strong, but not outrageously so, considering that they only activate at over 100%, meaning that they always put Terry in a kill or be killed scenario that creates many tense, exciting gameplay moments while feeling well balanced by comeback mechanic standards.
Yeah, the comeback mechanic thing. So I do think as far as comeback mechanics go, these are still reasonably well balanced. Yeah, he can kill you early off them sometimes, but Terry can already do that, and there is usually still a decent amount of setup involved. Nowadays, though, I do find myself being a lot harsher on comeback mechanics that there's no real counterplay to besides, you know, not getting hit. And Terry is one of the quintessential examples of that. You just have to kill him. That's the only way he loses that meter. Still better than someone like Wario or Game & Watch's Oil Panic, where they literally get to keep it between stocks, but that's not a high bar to clear. But at least with a character like Wario, as much as I disagree with him being designed around WoW, that's clearly what he has been designed around, it doesn't really feel like Terry's super mechanic is even necessarily a core part of his kit. Like, it feels a bit tacked on, frankly. So you've got this thing that doesn't necessarily need to be here, and I'm not happy that it is here. That's a problem.
Terry imports the ability to cancel many of his attacks into special moves that the Shadow characters originated, and also brings additional tech such as charge partitioning to the table, which gives him an extremely high skill cap while being surprisingly easy to pick up and get a solid feel for thanks to his excellent ground normals and projectile.
You know, I honestly have no idea if good Terry players actually do charge partitioning, which is like holding down to prep your charge in little moments where you have the opportunity to. A lot of the time you can't really tell, it's hidden behind other animations. For the record, I do think this part holds up well. Terry is fairly pick up and play with a decently high skill cap, although I will say he doesn't end up being maybe nearly as expressive as I initially expected him to be. He's had room for innovation for sure, but a lot of the time his optimal combos don't actually end up being all that complex, and a lot of high-level Terrys tend to do similar stuff.
My biggest gripe with Terry is the same one I have with Ryu and Ken. Special inputs can be a bit finicky with Ultimate's buffer system, particularly online, and the strange decision to make them usable with the A button means that you'll find yourself doing them unintentionally sometimes, almost necessitating the C-stick for your aerials in many scenarios.
That's a long way from my biggest issue with Terry nowadays. Like I said, the comeback mechanic thing, and also auto turnaround is stupid. I'm sorry. Terry was actually a pretty new character when I originally wrote this, and Ryu and Ken were not very popular at this point. So I hadn't really had time to appreciate just how much the auto turnaround thing messes with a lot of scenarios it really has no business messing with. Like, in 2D fighting games where you need to hold back to block, there's this concept called cross-ups, right? Where if you can position yourself ambiguously around your opponent, you can actually hit them for that because they try and hold back to block you, but of course they actually end up holding forward into you. And that's a huge part of the identity of most 2D fighting games, but then in Smash, the 2D fighting game characters don't care about being crossed up at all. And they have extremely spammable, rewarding down tilts that don't need to have counterplay applied for you. For the record, Terry is by far my favorite of the FGC characters, and there's a lot of stuff I do like about him, but as far as the 2026 list goes, with those caveats, I strongly suspect he's not coming back.
Ultimate's Link is the most agile, freeform take on the character we've seen yet. Traditionally, Link in Smash has been heavily centralized around pulling bombs and mid-range distance mix-ups using his sword and his hookshot, both on the ground and in the air. This time, though, having received a significant overhaul to align with his Breath of the Wild appearance as well as the increased pace of Ultimate's gameplay, Link can effortlessly switch between high-pressure aerial aggression and defensive zoning with his recurring arsenal.
Significant overhaul. He got some moves changed, and they're important moves. His grab changing from a hookshot to a standard grab's a big deal. His bombs changing are a big deal. When you look at Skyward Sword moving to Breath of the Wild, though, that's an overhaul, and Link did not follow it.
The remote bomb itself is among the most unique items we've ever seen in a Smash game, and the decision-making process for how and when to use it permeates every aspect of Link's style and makes it easy to find your own voice. Say you've got your opponent off stage. You can throw the bomb at them, you can Z-drop it off the ledge, you can throw it onto the ledge and follow up your pressure with any amount of traps, among many, many other options.
True, but honestly at high levels of play you don't really tend to see most of those options that often. It is, at least in theory, an extremely expressive projectile, but it seems like a lot of the optimization involved taking most of that expressiveness away, which is kind of a shame. I'm not saying you never see fancy bomb plays or unorthodox bomb plays, and of course sometimes that footstool touch of death stuff does get used. But yeah, I've had to look for a lot of Link bomb clips over the years for videos, and they can be tougher to find than I expected. Another reason that's kind of a shame is, as I mentioned, Link doesn't really evoke the Legend of Zelda series all that strongly in Smash, and there's room for that with the bomb, because at least it involves, you know, using your various items in creative ways to solve problems, which is a hallmark of the Zelda series. So while yes, the bomb does definitely emphasize that aspect of the character more than it used to, I still do wish it was emphasized more. A lot of the time he still feels like neutral air the character.
Despite some legacy moveset holdovers from his Smash 64 days, to me he still feels very much like returning the same character to one of Nintendo's greatest adventures, with a truly unlimited number of playstyles available to explore.
I don't know why I gave him so much of a pass at this point. Maybe because at least I was excited to get something new.
I'm gonna go